Hey guys, welcome to my sports world. Finally, I have time to make a video in my dungeon, as you call it. The videos have been far in between now. Busy, hectic work schedule right before Christmas. I'm trying to make time, and I have a new segment that I'm gonna call Before Kickoff. And this is the first one of Before Kickoff, where today, on this Sunday, in a couple of hours from now, it's probably about 10 o'clock, 10:30 a.m. here now, so it's a few hours ahead. We're playing the Atlanta Falcons. I think I have a good feeling. I really do. I have a good feeling, and I think we're gonna win this game. But I'm not taking anything for granted. I don't do that in this game because you never know. It might become a tough game that we fight to win, or fight to survive in. So who knows? Ooh, Falcons. Well, where do they stand? I haven't watched Falcon that much this year, I have to say. Haven't followed them too closely. Not sure where they stand right now. I know they have had a few issues, but that was mainly early on in the season. Lately, I think I saw them in the last couple of weeks. They have been playing better, and when you have Matt Ryan as QB, you can't just shred them off. They have a chance. And we saw a couple of seasons ago that they came and they gave us a fight and they won a game against us. So, Falcons, Atlanta Falcons. And we have to remember another thing too. This is a short week for the 49ers. So is that going to play into things? Because we're playing on Thursday night against Titans. So is that something that is buzzing up in their head? Are they taking any precautions because of that? Are they going to think oh, the Falcon is not as important as the Titans. The Titans is a better team. We better save our players for that game. Is there any tactic going on like that? If so, can that mess up our chances in this game? I don't know. So I tell you, this is one game that we have to win. This is a win-must game. There's no way around it. If we're going to keep our wild card spot for the playoffs, this is a must-win game. We are fighting against teams like, Titans, the Vikings. There's a couple teams behind us. I think even the Falcons is right behind us in the hunt. There's one game difference here. And there's, I think New Orleans is right there. So there's a couple of teams. There's 4 teams right behind us within a game. So if we lose one and the other teams win one, that can upset the whole thing. And with only a few more games to go, Jesus, I tell you, we have this game today, and then there is 3 games after that, Titans, Texans, and Rams. So if we lose today, that would be extremely, extremely bad, because we have a tough setup coming. Out of those 3 games after this one, yeah, I said the Texans are probably a game we should win and will win. But Titans in Nashville, that's not a given. Rams in the last game, that can be a tough one too. So we have to win today. We have to, because we can't let the teams behind us, that is 1 game behind us, we can't let them come up to us and go because this can go down to head to head, or it can come down to the wire where individual games will play a factor. We have to grab this game today against the Falcons by the horn, and we just have to control it from the start to the finish. We can't have these games where we either don't score any points in the first half, and we're lagging behind, or we take an early lead and we think that we're going to feel safe and comfortable and win this game. And what have happened many times, where teams have come back and put us under pressure. We can't do that. We have to put away this game in a convincing fashion, a powerful fashion, and we have to do it early. We have to start off by, it's not this 3 and out or double 3 and out or triple 3 and out and all that stuff. If we start doing that shit, we are not going anywhere. We have to score on our first drive. We have to go down and get a touchdown, and we have to stop them on defense. Today is the day where the defense and the offense is equally important, and they both have to function 100%. I'm not saying this because it's the Falcons, and most likely we will, but it's the last fourth game of the year. This is the first game of the playoffs. You might want to call it that. This is our playoff run. This is our playoffs. This is the first game of the playoffs. If we win today against the Falcons, that will extend a game breather between us and them, okay? We are one game ahead in the winning-losing column ahead of Falcons. If we can win today against them, that means we build a buffer for them. That takes it down from 4 team in the hunt to 3 team in the hunt. And I tell you, it is extremely important because we are facing the Titans next week in Nashville. And I tell you, that is one game that I really, really fear, because here's the lay of the land with the Titans. The Titans are fighting for the playoffs as well in a just as tight and close AFC. And they need to win every other game that is coming up too. So they are in the same pickle or the same boat or the same realm of universe that we are. We have to win. They have to win. So next week, I don't expect an easy game next week. And they're playing in Nashville, which is right down the street from me. 2 hours down the street, 2.5 hours. And it can get really cold in December in Nashville. It can be. It can be slippery. It can be cold. We can have one of those days where it's like 60 degrees. We never know. So it's not like playing in Santa Clara or in California. Playing in Nashville in December can add another layer of difficulty to the game. And I don't know if the 49ers are up for that. I really don't. I have seen dome teams, like teams that play normally at home in a dome or play on the West Coast or in Florida, come up to Nashville and really struggle because of the field, because of the weather. So we have to win this week, because next week, there's no guarantee we will. Yeah, we will probably win the next week after that against the Texans, but the Rams in the last game, I don't know. Rams are kind of like fighting the same battle that we are. So it's extremely tough games coming up. And we have to remember one thing. Playing the Titans is not just playing the Titans in Nashville and, the weather and the field and the conditions and all that stuff. It's a short week. After we play the game today, if we have to play a really tough game today against the Falcons, if we get any injuries today, watch out. We're playing Thursday night this week. Instead of having 7 days in between games, 6-7 days, we have 4. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 4 days in between the games. Extremely short week. Extremely draining on the players. And especially when you go to a field like the one in Nashville. The field can be tough. It can be hard, depending on the weather and the temperatures. I can tell you how it's been here in the Tennessee lately. We have had thunderstorms, we have had tornadoes, we have had rain. It's been raining and raining, and we had these unbelievable, weird, high temperatures, like upper 60s, mid 70s, high 70s. So it's been very, up until yesterday. The rain came in once again yesterday, and what happened? Boom! We went from 72 degrees to 40 degrees over a few hours. And now the cold spell is here. How long is the cold spell going to last? Well, we have had a warming spell for a couple of weeks. So if we're going to go into cold spell, and I mean cold spell like it can take us, that can hover between 40 and 0. So you take a pick. If the few days coming ahead now stays in the 30s and 40s, that field is going to be very difficult to play on. You're going to have, I don't know if they have warming cables under it or not, but they should have. But still, if they use the warming cables to keep it kind of like because it's natural grass, somewhat soft, that can, and if we get any type of rain, oh my lord, it's going to be such a drag to play on. But that's for upcoming game. But it has an effect on this game. Mentally, you're preparing for this game, but you know in your back of your mind that, shit, I'm almost playing 2 games this weekend, because we're playing now and then just turn around and we play another one. So it probably in their psyche and in their mind right now that, hey, we need to win this game as efficient and as best way possible, without any injuries, without really working our socks off, because it is a game that can drain you in so many ways. And I'm not saying that Falcons is going to be easy game. It's going to be a tough game. Oof. Predictions, well, we have a couple of players out. Elijah Mitchell is out. He's not playing. So that means Jeff Wilson Jr. is probably the first seated, or the first in line to do the running. Beside that, there's some injuries probably on the defense. I'm not sure if Al-Shair is playing. And there's a few other guys that I'm not sure about if they're playing or not. We have to look at the corner situation. Safety, I think Tart is still out. So there's a few players on the defense for sure that is out. On the offense, I know that the running back position is kind of like taking a hit right now, but so we have to see. But it's coming down to, I think, to win this game, we have to do the running game. We have to stick by the running game in this game. So I think we have to rely on Jeff Wilson Jr. and Hasty. I think Hasty is ready to go. I don't think Sermon is ready. I think he's on IR or he's out or whatever. So we have 2 running backs now that are second and third string. You know, how good can they be? How good can our running game be? Do we want to put all the responsibility on Jimmy's shoulders? Hell no. No. If we put the responsibility of this game on Jimmy's shoulder, we're going to lose. It's going to be 2 or 3 picks, and we're going to lose. We have to stick to the running game here, regardless of who's the running back. So, to not make this video too long, prediction. I think we will win. I think we should win, and we have to win. So, but, and it's this nagging but, I remember this Falcon game that we had a few years ago. I think it was in the Super Bowl year, where they came to Santa Clara, I think it was, or did we go down there? And we were massively predicted to win. And they beat us with a heroic throw from or pass from Matt Ryan right there at the goal line, and it became a touchdown. I remember it. It was really like, how did we lose this game? You know, we were so massive favorites. So I remember that vividly, and it's on my mind, and I know it can happen again if we don't focus and stay focused and work hard. And with our defense being up and down in like a roller coaster, it can go either way. But I'm going to try here. I'm going to say that we, the 49ers, are winning 27-10. I know it's a big gap there, but I think 27-10, because I have a feeling that Bosa is going to be a major player today and a major factor. And I think he will be on the defensive side of the ball. I think he will be the guy. So I think the defense will hold the Falcons to 10 points in this game. I'm not trusting the offense to go out and do a 40 or 50 whopping burger on anyone this year. So, and there's not a lot of times we have been scoring more than 29 points. So I'm saying 27-10 to the 49ers. Couple of field goals, 3 touchdowns. That's about it. I think that will. If we can do that, we can win this game 27-10. That to me is a convincing win. If we can keep any team, I don't care who they are, but any team to 10 points or less, then your defense have done their job. If we can score more than 21 points, then the offense have done their job. But it also comes down to is Kyle Shanahan. Does he know what is best for himself? Does he know what is best for the team? And I'm talking about running the ball here. Do not go into a shootout or throw out with Matty Ryan. Because you're going to lose. We don't have the quarterback to do that. Especially not in Jimmy Garoppolo. He is as insecure on throwing the ball as a 2-year-old boy or girl in a candy shop, okay? They don't know what he doesn't know what he wants. He's looking at all these options and all these things, and he gets all flustered, and something bad happens. It happens every time. You see it. Happens every time. So we have to stay with the running game. We have to sprinkle in some easy throws, short, intermediate passes, screens, you know it, you name it. Do the small throw-offs, to the sides, to the outside numbers, 5-10 yard passes. Yeah, that's not a biggie because normally he doesn't screw those up normally. But keep it on the ground. Work the clock, Kyle. Work the clock. Get the running game going early, score a couple of touchdowns, and get the defense in on it and just smash mouth football from there on in. We have to win. We must win. This is a must-win game. This is the first game of the playoffs. Take care.